All right, let's dive into something that, let's be honest, is on all of our minds: aging. But forget everything you think you know, because we're not talking about just living longer. We're talking about living better. We are going to unlock the secrets of the superagers. These are the folks who are absolutely thriving deep into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. We're going to explore the science that could help all of us add so much more at life to our years.
And for some, this whole thing is deeply, deeply personal. This quote from Dr. Michael Mosley, wow, it just cuts right to the heart of it, doesn't it? This isn't some abstract scientific quest. It's this powerful human drive to live a long, full, healthy life for ourselves and for the people we love. So let's get into it. The whole mission here is to figure out how some people seem to just defy the aging process. Seriously, they're not just getting by, they are thriving, with bodies and minds that are decades younger than what it says on their driver's license. This is all about understanding how they do it. And that brings us to this huge, totally game-changing question. We all have a chronological age, right? The number of candles on the cake. But what if there's another age, a truer age, that tells a much, much more important story about our actual health? This is where the science starts to feel like something out of a movie. We can now look way beyond the calendar. There are these cutting-edge epigenetic tests that are kind of like a high-tech audit for your entire body, and they measure your biological age with incredible accuracy. They can tell us how well your body and even your individual organs are actually doing. So here's the key difference. Let's break it down. Your chronological age, it only goes one way, up. You can't stop it. But your biological age, oh, that is a whole different ballgame. It reflects your lifestyle, your habits, your health, and here's the best part. It's something you can actually change. Okay, check out this real-world example. Dr. Mosley took one of these tests. On paper, he's 65, and his friend is 57, so an 8-year gap. But the test revealed something absolutely astonishing. Biologically, Dr. Mosley is 4 years younger than his passport says, and his friend is 4 years older. Their biological age is exactly the same, 61. I mean, just think about that for a second. Despite an 8-year age difference on paper, science says they're biological twins. It's incredible proof that the number on your passport is not your destiny, not even close. So how on earth do people do it? Let's take a look at some of these incredible superagers in action. These are people who are the living, breathing proof that we can totally change our health trajectory, and often in some really surprising ways. So our first story takes us all the way to the Faroe Islands. You have this group of women, all perimenopausal, and they're starting to show the early signs of osteoporosis. Medically speaking, the expectation was pretty simple. Over the next few years, their bone health was just going to continue to decline. But that's not what happened. Not even a little bit. They started playing football, just for fun. And they were having a fantastic time doing it. And the result? Well, you can see it right there. Their bone health didn't just stop declining. It shot up dramatically. And the final result is it's staggering. They basically reverse the age of their bones by at least a decade. It's such a powerful lesson in how enjoyable, consistent movement can completely rewrite our biological story. But it's not just about our bones and our muscles. Now let's talk about Bobby. He's a jazz musician, he's in his late 80s, and he has spent his entire life surrounded by loud music. Now you'd think his hearing would be totally shot, and you'd only be partly right. So the physical hearing tests showed that his ears were, as Dr. Mosley put it, pretty much knackered. But then they did a brain scan, and they saw something incredible. His brain was picking up every little nuance of the sound. All those years of playing music had literally trained his brain to compensate, to listen so intently that it could figure out what his ears were failing to deliver. So this is all great, but it brings us to the most important question. What can we do? The science is amazing, but it's putting it into practice that really matters. So here are a few super simple, really powerful habits, these little just one thing tips that you can start building into your life like today. First up, balance. Turns out your balance is one of the best predictors of your future health because it uses your brain, your inner ear, and your muscles all at once. And you don't need a special class. Just do this while you brush your teeth. 30 seconds on one leg, 30 on the other. It's called habit stacking. You're just linking a new habit to one you already have. It's so simple and it's incredibly effective. Okay, here's a fun one, and it's inspired by a perfumer with an amazing sense of smell. Get 4 different scents.
like lemon, rose, eucalyptus, coffee. Every morning, just take a good, deep sniff of each one. It's literally like a press-up for your nose. And keeping that sense of smell sharp is a fantastic way to challenge and protect your brain. And what about those classic exercises like press-ups or squats? The real secret is just making them stick. Do them first thing in the morning, before your day has a chance to get in the way. Grab a partner if you can. And always remind yourself why you're doing it. It's not just for your muscles, it's for your spine and your brain health too. So after all of this, what's the big takeaway? What's the one thing to remember? It's that we need to totally redefine how we think about aging. It is not this passive thing that just happens to us. It's an active process, one where you have a huge amount of control. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? It's the perfect way to think about it. Just like Bobby the musician, whose brain learned to work around his failing ears, we can use our habits and our choices to improve how our bodies function, to literally bypass the hardware. The bottom line is this: you are in the driver's seat. The stories of the footballers, the musicians, all of this science, it all points to the exact same thing. Your daily choices have a massive, massive impact on how you age, way more than any of us probably ever believed. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Your passport tells you how many years you've been around, sure. But the science of the superagers tells us that is only half the story. The real question is, knowing what you know now, what biological age are you going to choose to live?